How you doing? This is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. And if you've ever wondered why I don't get videos done, well, there's reasons for this other than illness. And I'll tell you about that in a minute. But first, I have a book-length novel here. New subscribers. Pearl Burrell, The Mr. Brand 13, XX Candace Allen XX, Isabella Garza, Victoria Rodriguez, Zao Iwe, I think I wrote that right, Robbie King, Anthony MB, and Smurfaroonie 2003. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 new subscribers. And I thank you for subscribing and appreciate it. Now, the Bay Area is going to get a week of rain starting tomorrow with 40-mile-an-hour winds. And that's going to head to the central part of the bay. So after it leaves here, so maybe it will go to Oroville. Who knows? And in Star Trek 5, 6, 4, I don't remember. One of the ones. Dr. McCoy said, the bureaucratic mind is the one constant in the universe. Well, I think there's more than that now. Bad building design in San Francisco, and a police report was issued today from a fight that happened last year in Cleveland between Justin Bieber and two guys. And the guy Justin Bieber was pounding on was bigger than he was. And this story was reported last year. The video is on TMZ. But the police released this. Bieber comes out dressed in a Cleveland Cavaliers shirt. Guy takes pictures of him. After Bieber took his sunglasses and started wearing them. And then when Bieber objected to, hey, don't take my picture, they got into a fight. Bieber grabbed the camera and started deleting the pictures. The guy said, okay, I'll delete the pictures if you give me back my sunglasses. Security guards come over and they beat the hell out of the guy. And then they're in Cleveland. The guy waits till he goes back to Las Vegas to go to the hospital. He's got a concussion, cuts and bruises. So that story was released. So it's 2017, and it's time for your Justin Bieber story of the year, even though it's from last year. And I guess every year we're going to have a Justin Bieber bad behavior story. I don't know what's with that guy. If he didn't like his pictures taken, just ask somebody, please don't take my picture, and be done with it. Okay, and then, one of the reasons I don't get videos done is other people. Yesterday, about 9:30 in the morning, I hear this. But it's more like hammering or pounding. Well, I went out and got groceries, got my Prilosec, come back at 9:30. So about 2 in the morning, I called the cops. Said, someone come out here, because I don't know if it's someone doing this or it's in the walls. I don't know. So the cop come by. This guy was huge. He's a big member of the SWAT portion of our police department. Made me look small. He comes in the apartment. First, he doesn't hear it, and then he says, he hears a boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I can hear it now. It's in the walls. Yeah, or it's beyond the wall. I said, I don't know who's doing it. So I finally passed at about 3 in the morning, got my Prilosec, got about 2 hours of sleep the night before, wanted desperately to sleep all day and couldn't because of this pounding. Excuse me. So this morning I called the manager and I said, look, I don't know who's doing this or what's doing this, but this has been pounding now for almost a whole day and it's driving me crazy. And the thing would go shuffle, shuffle, pound, pound, and stop, and then start over again. Well, she called around, and they finally got it stopped about 2 o'clock this afternoon. But it was like Chinese hammer torture. So when I don't get enough sleep, I'm not doing videos. I'm reading a book or whatever. But I'm reading Tracy and Hepburn by Garson Kanin, and Tracy didn't like his pictures taken too, but he just would walk out. Spencer Tracy. So anyway, that's one reason why you don't see videos, because I'm not getting any sleep because people are making noise. We get screaming out on the sidewalk, fights, all kinds of stuff. This is one reason why I want my own place where I don't have any neighbors for like a couple 100 feet at a minimum one day. And then there's Kathy. She went out with Patty for 2 days on Valentine's Day. And she called me repeatedly today, and I finally said, look, I need sleep, which I haven't gotten yet. I got to go feed Orangey after this. So this is why George Senda doesn't do videos. It's just one thing after another. And the pile of mail, I just wanted to take a picture of that. That's my mail that I got to go through. And there's sacks of mail all over this apartment because I've been sick. So I just throw them somewhere and deal with them later. And there's no mail today. But I get notices from the post office that I have mail. But today there's no mail. So, and I called the city engineer about the xylophone bridge. And they said they're going to call me back. So, because it's a safety issue, and they want to know about what happened with the bridge. So it may be the supports are loose because all the mud. I don't know, all the rain. But we're going to get a week worth of rain here, and that's not good. And if that adds towards Oroville, of course, that's not going to be good for the dam either. Okay, this is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. Have a great evening. Stay safe and dry out there if you can. And whatever you do, don't take a picture of Justin Bieber. The Cleveland authorities are deciding whether to prosecute him for that fight from last year. Although why it took from June to now to issue a police report and make some kind of a decision, who knows? Oh yeah, there is one other thing. A state legislature here wants to extend drinking hours at bars till 4 in the morning, as if we didn't have enough problem with drunks on the streets and fights and stabbings and shootings when the bars get out at 2 in the morning. Now they wanted to make it till 4 a.m. Now, when I lived in Las Vegas, the bars and the drinking hours, 20 bars a day. And you know what? Less fights, less shootings, less problems. Because when the bars are open all the time, you're not craving the booze, I guess, or something. We had a bar across the street from my apartment building. And, kind of a dive bar, neighborhood bar, but nobody ever caused a problem with that bar because they were from the neighborhood. All right. I'll catch you next time. Got to go off and feed Orangey and try to get some sleep. And I'll let you know what's happening with that building. I published more links about that situation. It looks like it's a slab on the side of the building. They evacuated 8 buildings in the area, and one news story I read said that if this thing fell, it would immediately damage 2 buildings nearby. So, and this slab is huge. It covers the whole front of the building. So I don't know how you could put a concrete slab like that and have it go loose unless you didn't put the supports in the first place. I mean, I've laid concrete when I was younger, but nothing like that, just a sidewalk, And yes, the sidewalk had rebar in it. So, and some are claiming the Oroville Dam has rebar in the spillway, but I don't care how much rebar you got. If the earth underneath it erodes, you can have the Hoover Dam sitting there and it could still go. All right. Talk to you later. Have a great night. Bye-bye.